Hello, this is Kay from essentialkorean.com. 안녕하세요. Essential Korean K쌤입니다. In the previous episode, we learned to count 1 through 5 in Korean. That leads us to learning the next 5 numbers, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 in today's episode, naturally. We will also learn a new particle, 도, which is added after a noun to mean also, and I have a song by Hyo Jung of the K-pop girl group 오마이걸 that features the second lesson point. Let's get right to the lesson. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 in Korean are 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열, respectively. What these 5 words have in common is that they all start with a vowel. The vowels in these words are 여, 이, 여, 아, 여, respectively. Remembering the vowels first can help true beginners memorize the new words better, at least initially. 여, 이, 여, 아, 여 for 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. 여, 이, 여, 아, 여. 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Use these vowels to recall 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 in Korean if you find it helpful. Now let's practice together. Pop out each number mentally in your head as you say it. 6 is 여섯, 여섯, 여섯. 7 is 일곱, 일곱, 일곱. 8 is 여덟, 여덟, 여덟. 9 is 아홉, 아홉, 아홉. And 10 is 열, 열, 열. Let's do it one more time. Think 여, 이, 여, 아, 여 and say 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Keep practicing the Korean native numbers from 1 through 10 introduced in this episode and the previous one. Once you master the first 10 Korean native numbers, you will have learned to count not only 10 numbers but 19 numbers. How? Because the Korean numbers from 11 to 19 are a combination of the word for 10, 열, and the numbers from 1 through 9, namely 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉. For example, 11 in Korean is 열 하나. 12 in Korean is 열 둘. 13, 열셋, 14, 열넷, 15, 열다섯, 16, 열여섯, 17, 열일곱, 18, 열여덟, and 19, 열아홉. Once you learn 8 more Korean number words for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90, you will be able to count 1 through 99 with native Korean numbers by combining words for 1 through 9 with the 9 numbers and the words from 10 through 90 in increments of 10, namely 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. I've mentioned in the previous episode that the native Korean numbers exist from 1 through 99. That did not mean you have to learn 99 number words in Korean. You just need to learn 18 new words and you will be set to say all native Korean numbers, 1 through 99. Here's a challenge I would like to propose to you. Set aside 1 week for memorizing the first 10 Korean numbers, 1 through 10, and then the next week for memorizing the 8 Korean number words in increments of 10. This means less than 2 short words a day over 2 weeks. And by the end of the second week, you'll have the complete native Korean number set from 1 through 99 under your belt. On that note, let's move on to our next lesson point, a new additive particle, 도. This particle immediately follows a noun and indicates that the noun it follows is an additional element to others. You can compare it to also or to in English. Let's put this particle to use. Imagine that you've been invited to an Essential Korean virtual party, which I would like to host someday. And on the platform, we greet each other and introduce ourselves. Since our listeners come from all over the world, it will be nice to identify ourselves by where we are from besides our names. I can introduce myself like this. 안녕하세요. K쌤이에요. 저는 한국 사람이에요. Hello, it's Teacher K. I am Korean. However, it's more likely that I would use a different verb from the verb 이에요, which is the informal polite form of the verb 이다, which means to be. I would probably use 입니다, the formal polite form of the verb. Since it would be the first face-to-face meeting and is a formal introduction, I would choose the formal polite form 입니다 over the informal polite form 예요 or 이에요. So, my self-introduction would go something like this. 안녕하세요. K쌤입니다. 저는 한국 사람입니다. Then imagine the next person introduced after me is also Korean. The person's name is Sumin. Put yourself in Sumin's shoes and make a self-introduction using the particle 도. How would you say in Korean? Hello, I'm Sumin. I'm Korean too. Right on if you said 안녕하세요. 수민입니다. 저도 한국 사람입니다. Hello, I'm Sumin. I too am Korean. If you are American, you can say 미국 사람입니다. 미국 means America. 사람 means person or people. If you are English, you would say 영국 사람입니다. If you are from India, you would say 인도 사람입니다. If you are from Philippines, you would say 필리핀 사람입니다. At the introduction, if the person before you is from the same country as you are, you will start your sentence with 저도 and say the name of your country, followed by 사람, and complete the sentence with the verb 입니다. Here are a few examples. Please repeat after each sentence. If you are American and the person that went before you is also American, you would say 저도 미국 사람입니다. 저도 미국 사람입니다. 저도 미국 사람입니다. 저도 미국 사람입니다. If you are English and the person that went before you is also English, you would say 저도 영국 사람입니다. 저도 영국 사람입니다. 저도 영국 사람입니다. 저도 영국 사람입니다. You are Indian and the person before you is also Indian. You will say 저도 인도 사람입니다. 저도 인도 사람입니다. 저도 인도 사람입니다. 저도 인도 사람입니다. If you are from Philippines and the person before you is also from Philippines, you will say 저도 필리핀 사람입니다. 저도 필리핀 사람입니다. 저도 필리핀 사람입니다. At the event, our conversation takes us to things we like about Korea. I would say, 저는 한국 노래 좋아해요. 저는, as for me, 한국, Korea, 노래, songs, 좋아해요. Like. If any of you like Korean songs like me, please speak up and say, 저도 한국 노래 좋아해요. Which means, I too like Korean songs. Please repeat after me to say, I too like Korean songs. 저, I in the humble form. 도, the additive particle. 한국, Korea. 노래, songs. 좋아해요. Like. 저도 한국 노래 좋아해요. I'll say the sentence at once. 저도 한국 노래 좋아해요. After telling you that I like Korean songs, I might also add one more thing I like besides Korean music. Listen carefully for where the particle 도 is placed this time. 저는 한국 음식도 좋아해요. 저는, as for me, 한국, Korea, 음식, food, 도, the additive particle to indicate it is something I like besides Korean songs, and the verb 좋아해요, like. Now, let's bring these phrases back together to construct a sentence which means I like Korean food as well. 저는 한국 음식도 좋아해요. Please repeat after me to say I like Korean food as well. 저는 한국 음식도 좋아해요. 저는 한국 음식도 좋아해요. Now I'll say the entire sentence at once. 저는 한국 음식도 좋아해요. If you too like Korean food, please let us know by saying out loud, 저도 한국 음식 좋아해요, which would mean I too like Korean food. Please repeat after me to say I too like Korean food. 저도 한국 음식 좋아해요. 저도 한국 음식 좋아해요. Now I'll say the entire sentence at once. 저도 한국 음식 좋아해요. Let's compare the two sentences. 저는 한국 음식도 좋아해요. And 저도 한국 음식 좋아해요. If you said 저는 한국 음식도 좋아해요, you are communicating that you like Korean food as well, besides something else you like. Thus, you have the additive particle 도 after the thing you like. In this case, 한국 음식, Korean food. 저는 한국 음식도 좋아해요. On the other hand, if you said the second sentence, 저도 한국 음식 좋아해요, you are communicating that you too like Korean food beside another person or other people who like Korean food. Thus, you have the additive particle 도 after the subject that likes Korean food. 저, which means I in the humble form. 저도 한국 음식 좋아해요. as I've just explained, where you attach the particle 도 changes the meaning of the sentence, and this is true with any other Korean particles. So make sure to place particles right after the noun. Let's get back to our virtual event. Please follow along with me and listen to a short conversation which consists of the sentences we studied earlier. Here you go. I introduce myself first. 안녕하세요. 저는 K쌤입니다. 저는 한국 사람입니다. Hello, I'm teacher K. I'm Korean. The second person after me says, 안녕하세요. 저는 인도 사람입니다. Hello, I'm Indian. The third person says, 안녕하세요. 저도 인도 사람입니다. Hello, I too am Indian. Then, on the topic of what we like of Korea, I would say, 저는 한국 노래 좋아해요. I like Korean songs. Then someone else says, 저도 한국 노래 좋아해요. I too like Korean songs. Then I say, 그래요? Really? 저는 한국 음식도 좋아해요. I like Korean food as well. The particle 도 after 한국 음식 indicates that Korean food is a thing I like in addition to Korean songs. Then someone who also likes Korean food says, 저도 한국 음식 좋아해요. I too like Korean food. The particle 도 after 저 indicates that there's someone else that likes Korean food besides the speaker. In this situation, that someone is teacher K. I hope you got the idea of how to use the additive particle 도. Let's take a break with a new song in which you can hear today's particle. It's a song titled 오늘도 어제처럼, which means today too, like yesterday, as 오늘 means today, followed by the particle 도, so 오늘도 means today too, and 어제 means yesterday, followed by the particle 처럼, which means like or as. So 어제처럼 means like yesterday. Putting this back together, we have 오늘도 어제처럼, meaning today too, like yesterday. Hyo Jung of the K-pop girl group 오마이걸 or 오마이걸 sang this song as an OST of a Korean drama called Hyena, which aired in 2020. You can find a few different versions of the song on the internet, and all of them present its English title as Today Just Like Yesterday. This translation captures the essence of the meaning of the Korean title 오늘도 어제처럼, but if anyone were to back translate Today Just Like Yesterday into Korean, the person would not know which particle to add or add a particle at all after 오늘 because the corresponding word for the particle 도 is missing in the translation. It could go 오늘도 어제처럼 or 오늘은 어제처럼 or 오늘 어제처럼. Well, because you are listening to the Essential Korean podcast, you know what the full meaning of the original Korean title 오늘도 어제처럼. Good for you. The song is about unrequited love and the lyrics are not very cheerful. For that, my apologies in advance. But despite the pain of love song in the lyrics, please enjoy the music for the melody and the sweet voice of the singer Hyo Jung. For the part you hear, I'll say the Korean followed by its rough translation line by line. Here it comes. 사랑하면 할수록 더 아파오는 나. I who feels more pain as my love continues. 그대는 모르고 있네요. You do not know. 그대를 사랑하면 할수록 As I love you more and more. 하루가 1년이 아파진대도 A day, a year, even if they become painful. 난 그대를 사랑한 걸 후회하지 않을래요. I won't regret that I loved you. 오늘도, today too, 어제처럼, like yesterday. 사랑하게 되죠. 사랑하면 할수록 더 아파오는 나 그대는 모르고 있네요. 그대를 사랑하면 할수록 하루가 1년이 아파진대도 난 그대를 사랑한 걸 후회하지 않을래요. 오늘도 어제처럼. Did you hear the phrase at the end? 오늘도 어제처럼, today too, like yesterday? I'll play a little bit more of the song this time. The first part is the one you just heard, plus almost a repeat of that section, except that at the beginning of the second part, she says, 사랑하면 할수록 더 슬퍼지는 나. I who become more sad as my love continues. Which is in place of I who feels more pain as my love continues. 사랑하면 할수록 더 아파오는 나. In the first section. So, in the first part, she talks about the pain of love, and in the second part, she talks about sadness of love. And in both sections, you will hear the phrase 오늘도 어제처럼 at the end. Here it comes. 그대를 사랑하게 되죠. 사랑하면 할수록 더 아파오는 나 그대는 모르고 있네요. 그대를 사랑하면 할수록 하루가 1년이 아파진대도 난 그대를 사랑한 걸 후회하지 않을래요. 오늘도 어제처럼. 사랑하면 할수록 더 슬퍼지는 나 그대는 모르고 있네요. 그대를 사랑하면 할수록 하루가 1년이 아파진대도 난 그대를 사랑한 걸 후회하지 않을래요. 오늘도 어제처럼. She has such a sweet voice. But I didn't want to end our episode on a sad note, so here's a cheerful sentence I'm leaving you with. Next episode도 에피소드 24처럼 숫자하고 한국 노래 배워요. Did anyone figure out the meaning of the sentence? Next episode도 means next episode too. Episode 24처럼 means like episode 24. 숫자하고 한국 노래, numbers and Korean songs 배워요, learn. next episode도 episode 24처럼 숫자하고 한국 노래 배워요. Next episode 2, like episode 24, we will learn numbers and Korean songs. On that happy note, I promise I'll connect with you again soon. 고맙습니다. 안녕히 계세요.